So I've been questioning a lot lately. I always question a lot. I'm always in my head. I took a 3-year hiatus from social media, um, immersing myself in bits by bits in different platforms to kind of just stay in touch with everything that's going on. Because I kind of feel like it's crazy to shut yourself out from everything. And it's also kind of crazy to make everything that's happening on social media a part of your life. I've never been able to make people understand who I am. I've never been that type of person. I've always been the type of person to make it a thing to understand other people. But to make people understand me, no, I don't know. I do not know what is that. I've never understood how I should act when I step outside. I've never understood how I should just be and not shock anyone. I feel like this has been a pattern in my life for the longest time. I grew up in Cape Town. No. I was born in Cape Town. Moved to Johannesburg because my parents had to attend to work. Then I moved to Durban, where I spent almost 12 to 15 years doing school. So preschool, primary school, high school. But I was always different there. So I was at Durban. So I've always been in a space where I have to act different. And now I'm counting 5 years, about 5 years in this province, Gauteng. And in this space, knowing that I'm different is highlighted in bold and J. It's just known. I know it for myself, but I don't take it to heart. Knowing this, you guys can even help me understand which city I should rep, because at this point, I just refer to myself as a South African. I rep South Africa wherever I go. I don't have any tribalist preference. I don't have any whatever. I'm just okay with knowing that I'm different. But I'm different and I have a part to play. And I'm very known for being introverted. And yes, that's true. I'm very introverted. According to the MBTI types, I'm an INFJ. I advocate a lot. So when there's anything that I want to speak on or speak upon, I will speak. I do not think that I don't have a place to speak. I will speak. That type of attitude can pour onto the way that I dress. That type of attitude can pour onto my actions, okay? Because it's very common for introverts to be soft, but it's very shocking to find a very bold, sometimes angry, very adamant introvert. And I found it very difficult to have people stomach those sides of me. Moving into me overthinking this, I started off by saying I question a lot. Me overthinking everything about how different I am. Just want to lay everything out of the table so that I don't give myself anxiety thinking about what people will think of me. I'm a walking contradiction. I'm a walking contradiction, and I believe heavily in what the way that you treat me is the way that I will treat you. So you get what you deserve. Now, the biggest things that have given me anxiety with my space, I'm very much a perfectionist. I mean, it bothers me that I have to make this video in 720p using iMovie to edit, but I don't have everything that I need. And I made it a huge thing to wait for the perfect timing. Perfect timing will mean I have my own personal professional camera. I have my own personal professional PC or laptop that has great software to edit and do everything. But when is that going to happen? It would mean I would start posting on this channel or posting on social media when I'm old, aged, and I have to think like I'm aged. That time I have exciting ideas right now in my mind that I want to share. And I'm going to make it a point to embrace that. I'm going to share the different ideas that I have in my mind in 720p. And that is okay. I do not need to be a perfectionist here. Of course, if I'm editing for TV, yes, I have to be. I can do something for myself here on YouTube. And with this thing that I'm doing for myself here, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just have to make sure that I'm sharing quality content. And that is what I hope to do with this. Now, my studio, this room, a lot is going to happen in this room. I also do a lot of other things in this room. I am a student while I just finished studying, and I have a bunch of books in my room that I read and go through. I have a study desk that I sit and write on. I write scripts, I write poems, I write a lot. I'm not the best writer. I do not think I'm the best writer, but it's a work in progress. Then I have a section for my dumbbells because I really like lifting. I'm really fascinated by weightlifting, so I'm working on getting better at that. I have a bed that I sleep on. So if I end up being in different sections of this room and it feels weird, understand that all of these sections of the room are a part of me. It is what it is. I don't want to make myself seem as if I'm important. I'm not important at all, but it's just experiences that I've had. People would get pissed off about the room that I'm in. Whereas I watch other YouTubers and I see that they are in the same house doing the same shit every time. And that is okay. They still rack up views. They still do whatever it is that they have to do. And they're okay with it. So then I thought to myself, why am I overthinking everything? I read a book called The Diary of a Nobody. Yes. I went through that book and I realized I need to be confident in my creative skills. I've always created stuff and got a lot of criticism. And with my younger mind 2 years ago, I never had a way of dealing with criticism very well. I'd beat myself up for it, think about things a lot, to the point where I decided, you know what? I don't want to be creating anymore. Let me just put creating on the bench and I'll see things when I have everything that I need to make everything perfect. Whereas that's just a load of BS, because why is it that my ego can easily be tarnished that way? I am very creative. I'm very talented, that I know. But I let the opinions of others take that away. I didn't need to do that to myself. I went on and read a book called and the first chapter that they have is You're Not a Genius. You're not a genius. And that is the thought that I'm going to be carrying every time I create. I'm not a genius. It doesn't have to be perfect. Whatever it is that I make, I put it out. And that is going to be the energy moving forward. Moving forward, angifuni nje ukushelwa, please. I am a very pretty woman. Even though I've been shamed for my terrible skin quite a few times, but I'm a very pretty woman. I'm very cool. Yes, I need support. Yes, I need help. Yes, I need a group of people to gain fellowship with or create a community with. But dating right now requires a lot. Dating right now requires a lot. I've noticed that we're just all mentally in some state, and some of us realize that and some of us don't. And then with dating, it's like you're playing a game of chance. It's either you meet someone who knows who they are or they don't. And then with that, if you meet someone who knows who they are, they challenge you to become better, which is really cool. If you meet someone that doesn't, you end up having to teach them. You end up having to nurture them. You end up having to be a parent for them. And that takes a lot of time and energy, a lot of mental strength, a lot of everything. So yeah, I love my home. I love my studio, which is my bedroom. And that is what I'm going to be moving with. I've been having questions and questions for about 3 years, thinking, how am I going to make people stomach who I am? Anyways, we're all going to be all right. We're all cool. So, bye.